Hi class, cohort, happy week 4. I am so excited that summer term or summer semester is almost over, and yeah, we're gonna start fall semester right after. That's so exciting. Um, but yeah, moving on to the discussion post. So I am choosing to discuss option 3. So when I think about the idea of a kinkeeper, right, I realize that my family's tapestry actually, it's always been a little bit unconventional. It's, I would say, stitched together through half siblings, separate households, and histories that don't always line up neatly. So I don't have any full-blood siblings. So the branches of my family tree reach out in different directions, each carrying its own story. So because my brother is incarcerated, I've naturally become the kinkeeper on my mom's side. I'm the one who checks in, I remember birthdays, I keep the emotional pulse kind of steady, and I try to make sure that even in the chaos, like even in those crazy moments, that we don't lose the threads that tie us together. It's a role that I didn't necessarily choose, but one that I've grown into. Almost like tending a small fire so it doesn't go out. And then on my dad's side, the dynamic is a lot different. So my sister has taken on a quiet yet intentional kinkeeper role of her own. It's really cool, actually. So she passes down knowledge and traditions and little pieces of family identity that might have otherwise like slipped through the cracks. She's the one that'll say like, here's what dad used to do, or this is how our side of family handles things. And instead of her holding that role alone, we've started sharing it, almost like co-captains of the same ship. We both try to keep our dad connected, grounded and woven into the family fabric. It feels like one person is carrying the weight, it feels a lot less like one person is carrying all the weight, and more like we have a mutual agreement to shoulder it together and keep the lineage alive. And as I age, I can see myself continuing to be a kinkeeper. It fits the way that I move through the world. It fits the way that I notice emotional details. It remembers stories, and the way that I want to preserve meaning. But I also see the value in shared stewardship. So my sister and I already practice that, and I imagine that it will deepen over time. Also, the role of a kinkeeper is often very quiet, the quiet architect of family continuity. They're the ones who make sure that traditions don't fade. They remind us, everyone in the family, of our roots. We keep the communication flowing, even when life pulls people apart. And in later life, that role becomes even more important because it's how our family will maintain identity, belonging, and a sense of us despite distance, loss, or change. So in my family, being a kinkeeper means holding space for connection in a structure that can easily fracture. It means honoring the past while making sure that the future still has something to offer and inherit. And honestly, it feels like it's one of the most meaningful roles I can play. Thank you, class. I'll see you next week.